Oh, I pressed the wrong one. We should be on that. My bad. Yeah, well, there's nobody watching anyway. There's only one person watching, and that'd be killer shock. Nobody's watching this stream because it's, wow, top 32. And it's the, oh, two people watching. Woohoo! I'm a star in my own right, baby. So, yeah, not many people are going to be watching this one. I don't think. Maybe some from the, oh, I did have two, now I've only got one. So, it happens. I don't know if we're watching yet. I'm pretty certain we are watching the lower bracket, which is this one here. And I'm pretty certain that we are watching RNG against Trick, or rolling out first in the upper bracket final. I think it's a best of something or other. Let's, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a best of 9. That's the grand finals in the upper bracket, best of 9. So it could be a lengthy evening. It could be a lengthy evening with nobody watching. That's going to be interesting, to be fair. So, well, we'll see how it goes. I'm great. You're not going to hear me. There's a 3-minute delay, so we're going to be, it's going to be 3 min. Yeah, 3-minute delay, so you're not going to hear that for a while. Yeah, I'm doing great. I was going to do another, I mean, I didn't realise I was going to get the lower bracket, to be honest with you. I thought it was something different. So, my bad for not reading properly. But, yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, look. It's a stream. A stream is a stream is a stream. Nothing wrong with that. Just hope it's not going to be a long time. If it's a long stream, then with only like 1 or 2 people, it can be disappointing, if I'm being honest with you. And if that's the case, I will recommend to Wargaming that maybe these shouldn't be streamed anymore. Oh, I got 3 people now! Woohoo! I feel it's a failure when you don't get to 10 people on these type of streams, to be honest with you. Here we go. It's going to be no scorecard tonight. Oh god. There's going to be no scorecard tonight, mainly because I've got everything set up for the pros. Yes, we got Trick and RNG. They're going out on Rockfield. I've got the map flyover, so we can have a look at those at any event. But no scorecard, I'm afraid, guys, because, like I said, everything, all my streaming stuff is set up for the Pro Tour. It wasn't set up for this tour. And I just didn't have time to sort of go around and get all the clan logos, etc., I'm afraid. It's just the way it goes. So no disrespect to the clans, just didn't have the time, buddies. So it looks like it's a best of 9. Let's just I'm not going to jump back in yet. It looks like it's a best of 9, so it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, they've both got things to fight for. As I'm sipping my coffee, because they want to get in to that grand final. I think, is this the grand final? This is the upper bracket final stage, Group 1 grand finals. So I think there's another one tomorrow. I'm not sure. I am not sure, to be honest with you. I don't know how many games there are tonight. Let's have a quick check, actually, how many games there are tonight. Because I am not certain. Are there more than one game? No, there's only one game, and it's best of 9. So there's only one game, guys, and this is the only game there is. The only game there is. And it's 18 people. That's made the stream well worth it. I'm so glad I'm doing it now. There you go. I said anything over 10 is a bonus, makes it worthwhile. So yeah, I'm happy now. I'm happy. Anyway, let's jump in. And let's have a look at Rockfield. If I can find it on my little chart. There I can. So that was the flyover of Rockfield. Now I've lost a load of people. Damn it, man. The teams are Trick. They will be going out on their south spawn. And RNG. They're going out on a north spawn. I know some of them. I don't know most of them. So let's refresh ourselves. Monk. He's going out in the T100 LT. Norman Bates. Yes, it is. Norman Bates in the Strav K. Octopussy going out in the Strav K. Winds of Change going out in the Strav K as well. Shiro. Yeah, got you all going there. Going out in a Super Conk. I'm just going to call you KM. KM going out in the E5. Irreplaceable. Of course it is. Also in an E5. Moving over to RNG. This is going to be a... so I'm just going to call you Warrior. So Warrior in the 215B. Eddie Vudesphere. I'm going to call you Eddie. Eddie in the IS4. Lorenzo. Hello, Lorenzo in the IS7. Tony. Big hand for Tony. Yay, Tony. The Italiano. Tony in the IS7. Artificial Fabi in the E5. Greek Warrior going out in the E5. And Pyrotic in the Sheridan. So there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. So yes, F for Tony. F in chat for Tony. Come on, show your love for Tony. Everybody wants to. Well, there we have it. So those are the lineups. Interesting lineups here for Rockfield. It's going to be interesting to see how this one works. So, as I said, this is the top 32. So I'm surprised that we got 19 people watching. Yeah, baby, yeah. It's always good, man. Yeah, I worked that out. Beating Demon, I worked it out at the end, mate. took me some time. I thought it was the third place playoffs as well, but I was completely wrong. Anyway, looking at the hit points, next to nothing in it here. So again, apologies, no scorecards because I just didn't have time because everything's set up for the pros, not for these. And you know, I can't set everything up for the mid and lower echelon at the same time. It just takes up too much. Let's get up high to the back of the map and let's see what's going down. And we can already see Trick making a beeline towards the A and the B caps, using their mobility there and their all down capabilities. Moving around to RNG, wow, what can I say? What can I say? Pyrotic is getting into that spotting position, but there's nothing to spot at the moment. Greek Warrior, Artificial Fabi, Lorenzo, and Latoni are coming up round the back into that C cap. Eddie is just on Overwatch on the B cap there in the IS4, whilst the rest of Trick are pushing it heavily into the top area. They're not even overlooking the B cap at this moment in time. Monk in the T100 LT is jumped in. They will get the bases first, so the initial cap points will go to Trick. RNG, well, they're now capping the C cap. They have got there, but they are lagging behind on base points. Trick here, well, they're quite widely spread, to be fair. They're covering their flank with Octopussy there. He's covered by Winds of Change and Norman Bates. RNG, well, some of them are pushing around. Tone is leading that charge in the I-7 Lorenzo is just behind him. And Greek Warrior and Artificial Fabi are just waiting and overlooking the B-cap. Artificial Fabi has been spotted, though. Warrior over there in the corner in the 215B. He's just there in case anything comes down that flank. I'm surprised Eddie in the IS4 for RNG hasn't jumped into that B-cap as of yet. Now you can see that Monk in the T100 LT. He's trying to get up as high as he possibly can to get those little spots to see those tanks, but just can't get anything at the moment. And he himself has been spotted. Eddie is now going to make a move to the B-cap in that IS4. He's going to try and grab that cap advantage. We're going to go with him because there may be a push coming down from the Trick guys, although Shiro, Irreplaceable, should be in a good position along with Shiro and Monk. They could effectively bum rush him here, and he manages to cap it without losing any HP whatsoever. So that's a good advantage for RNG, not going to lie. moving round. Wow, Shiro and Irreplaceable. They were going to push him on B, but then they decided not to. Losing a cap there. Warrior has lost a bit of HP, but so has Octopussy, Winds of Change, and Irreplaceable. Monk here in the T100LT, still working his way around, trying to work out where he's going to go. Tony and Lorenz, well, they're now going to be pushed as the Heavies of Trick make a move. That's a good shot into KM as he comes round. Greek Warrior is coming in to support the IS-7s. It's now 3 against 4 at this moment in time, but 2 of them are Strabs. Well, 3 of them are Strabs, actually. They're against... Oh, and now look at RNG coming round in depth, bringing those reinforcements in. Wind of Change really feeling that. Eddie will deal with Shiro over there in the Super Conk, but Wind of Change really losing hit points. He's got to be very careful. They do put some good shots into Greek Warrior, but Tony gets a bit of a smacking from KM. They're looking for those Strabs, and the Strabs are being found. Now it's 4 against 4. Over in the corner there, Eddie is doing well against against Shiro, but Irreplaceable's there, and so is Monk. Now here comes the push from RNG. They've got to finish off these Strabs where they can. Wind of Change is the target, and he hasn't gone down yet, but down he goes now, and Tony's lost a lot of HP. Lorenzo comes in, helping with Octopussy. Octopussy will have the drop on Tony, and he does. And now Norman Bates coming around to try and plug the gap, but Octopussy goes down. Norman Bates is able to get out of there, but unfortunately, the T100 of Monk, down he goes. No, he hasn't gone down, sorry, I'm lying. He looked like he was going to be pushed, and he didn't. There he is. I lost him for a minute, but he is going to go down now, but it doesn't matter anyway. RNG got on the points. You just tried to skip forward. Yeah, that won't work. Okay, so first blood going to RNG there, 1-0 on the first game on Rockfield against Trick here. Long way to go though. It is best of 9, so it is the first to 5 victories. First to 5 victories. Some changes going on for the Trick team. I'm just waiting for them to ready it up. Mulder, don't know what to do now. Yeah, it's only 1 game. It's going to be a while though. It's going to be 30 minutes still, so you've got plenty of time. And then after that, I'll probably jump on and play some Mad Games countings or something. Anyway, Trick is ready up. We have Monk in the T100, Norman Bates in the Strav K, Octopussy in the Strav K. Oh, the real, I can't remember who you are now. The real Master C jumping into the Super Conk. Winds of Change in the Strav K, Shiro in an E5, and KM in an E5. Moving across to RNG, we have Warrior in the M6 Yo, Eddie in the IS-7, Lorenzo in the Chieftain Mark 6, Tony in the AMX M4, Artificial Fabi in the Chieftain Mark 6, Greek Warrior in an E5, and Pyretic in a Leo 1. So a bit of changes there for both teams. Irreplaceable just baking way there for the real Master C. Leo 1 now making a showing along with that Chieftain Mark 6. In fact, there's 2 of them. And an M6 Yo. Aside from that, Trick really haven't changed their meta here. They're still going for those Strav Ks, and why not? They've got the DPM, they've got the mobility, and they can have a nasty bite to them, to be fair. But at the moment, it is 1-0 in favour of RNG. So RNG winning at the moment, but it's only 1 game down. Lots of games to go. As I said, it's really sorry about the scorecard. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, let's get a pie into the back, as we normally do. So this time, Monk in the T100 LT for Trick, along with KM and Shiro are heading towards that C cap. Looks like the rest of them are overlooking B and probably heading for A. RNG this time, wow, Monk is straight into the C cap in that T100 LT. The Chieftains just holding back. Are they boosting? Are they boosting? They're boosting. They are boosting. They're boosting the Leo. They're boosting the Leo. We're just going to watch this as they try to boost this Leo. They're still trying to boost him. This is precious time being lost, but oh, they boosted him. The Leo has been boosted. Pyrotic is up. It did take some time. It took almost a minute, but he is up there, and he's in a great spot, to be honest with you. But there you go. There you go. He's in a great position. And when you come back, he already puts his first shot into KM. So that's what happens when you boost. And now the Chieftain Mark 6s are able to sort of reposition themselves with big overwatch from that Leo. And KM's got to be very careful here, because KM and Shiro, they are in the line of fire of Pyrotic. And Pyrotic, with that big boost there, is able to put shots across. He missed that one, but he is able to put shots across, and they won't see him yet. Oh, and now they're caught. Effectively, they're almost in a crossfire as the shots come across from the other side. They've got no caps, RNG. RNG not going for the caps here. At the moment, they're just trying to whittle them down. So Eddie will jump into the A cap, I think, eventually. They found Pyrotic. And Pyrotic getting a bit of a smacking there. That was not part of the game plan when he got boosted, but he's changed his position. There he is, up there, right at the back. Looking lovely with that super duper gun. Now the A cap will be taken. Hit points at the moment are favouring Trick. Shots going in from the Chieftains. Trying to find Monk, but it's 2 against 3 over this side at the moment. They do have cover from the Leo, and they're going to need it. And you can see Pyrotic is trying to reposition himself to give some much needed covering fire there as the Chieftains come out. But as he does, he gets spotted, and boy does he get spotted. And that was not part of the plan. He's going to have to drop down at some point in time before he gets wrecked. And he does get wrecked. So whilst the boost was there, I don't think it panned out like they expected it to do. Now they're looking to push onto KM. But Shiro's coming around to help out. And he is tussling over there again with... Oh, and Lorenzo. Down he goes. KM taking him out. And all of a sudden, it's not going according to the game plan of RNG. As Trick pushed through. Artificial and Greek Warrior feeling the pain here. Tony and the other Warrior is going to come in. Norman Bates is a one-shot. Will Greek Warrior... Oh, he tries to give him a bit of a love hug. Doesn't work. Down goes Norman Bates, but so does Artificial Fabi. And all of a sudden, it's 4 against 6. Scrub that. It's 2 against too many. As all of a sudden, we've got Tony in the AMX and Warrior in the M6 Yo. But it's all over realistically. The points are stacked up against them. 955. There you go. It's Tony as the last man standing. There's not much he can do. Octopus is looking to put one into his side. Here comes Monk, and down goes Tony. And all of a sudden, it's 1-all. Yeah. Optimistic with the boost, I think. Lost too much time. Allowed Trick to get into their positions. And, yeah, I mean, got some good shots in. But as you can see, the Leo only doing 1,155 damage. That's not what you want in a boost position. So it really, really didn't work out for them. As we move into the next map, which is Mayan Ruins. Which I can't find. I keep losing Mayan Ruins. Mayan, where are you? There you are. So that was Mayan Ruins. That's the map we're on next. So we will have a Trick on the North spawn, RNG on the South spawn. RNG is still tussling there with their meta. We have Warrior in the T95E6, Eddie in the Super Conk, Lorenzo in the 60TP, Tony in the 60TP, Artificial Fabi in the C95E6, Greek Warrior in an E5, and Pyrotic in a Sheridan. Moving across to Trick, well, we're still waiting on Monk and Norman Bates. Octopus is in a Strav K, the real Master C is in an AMX. Winds of Change in a Strav K, Shiro in an E5, KM in a 121B. Norman Bates has jumped into an AMX M4, potentially, maybe, don't know. Monk is in a Jaegeroo. So, Jaegeroo making a bit of a showing. That's nice. Something different. I don't know if that was a blind shot into the Leo, to be fair. Enk. Oh, you're not going to hear that for 3 minutes. Yeah, it doesn't really help. But there you go. So, one apiece as they come into Mayan ruins. They'll be looking to capitalise and try and move up. Let's get up high, as we always do. Can't get very high on Mayan ruins, unfortunately. So, already we have KM in the 121B. He's going to be supported by Winds of Change and Octopussy heading towards that C cap. Pyretic, well, he's in a Sheridan, so he's going to get there a lot quicker than KM, if he is going that way. And it looks like he is. He's just waiting for the T95s and their support. Gets a good shot into KM. And the T95s now coming up with some good support. Winds of Change and Octopussy, they were going to be pushing on through, but they've decided against that. There's just too many tanks there. Shiro is already into the middle area. Now we've got Greek Warrior and Eddie coming in as well, using their gun depression if they can. Greek Warrior is looking to push up a little bit, trying to get them on the cross. Shiro is the only one there. Greek Warrior may be able to get some shots across into Monk. In that Jaegeroo, no, Monk is able to push out. Over this side, while Lorenzo is being pushed by the Real Master C, and Tony is just holding at the back here. But this is where, oh, that's a good shot by Lorenzo. He's having to pull out though. C-cap has been taken, and now we have the AMXs. Real Master C, Norman Bates pushing down. Oh, some great shots going into Norman Bates there. He didn't expect that. And another great shot this time from Lorenzo. Tony caught out on a limb a little bit. He's going to be pushed by the Master. And Winds of Change in Cali, just holding at the back. Here come the Super Conk of Eddie. Oh, down goes Norman Bates. That wasn't part of the game plan for Trick. And now the Real Master is being focused. But look at this. Tony is down to a one-shot. But look at the tanks of RNG coming round to give the Master a bit of a hard time. Gone is Tony. But the Super Conk of Eddie should take him down. And yes, he does. Back over this side. And if we can get there quickly, poor old Artificial Fabby takes a nose dive, well, an arse dive actually, down towards the B cap as Shiro tries to give him a hard time. Octopussy gets tagged in the back as he tries to move out. Wind of Change is down. Artificial Fabby is going to go down here. He has got the DPM. Shiro gets one into him. Oh, he's not gone down. He gets a great shot into Shiro. And all of a sudden, Shiro, he will take Artificial. But Warrior, oh no, he won't. He still hasn't. Greek Warrior with the block. Oh, this is brilliant. Brilliant. Poor old Shiro. Couldn't take down Artificial Fabby. And he himself goes down. Lord, and down goes Monk at the same time, leaving just the 121B and the Strav K. Octopussy and KM. Octopussy looking to put a shot into Lorenzo, and he does. And this one should be going. Really should be going. Yes, and it is going to go. Oh, sorry, there's KM. This one will go to RNG. Well, that's a great little ram by Warrior. Poor old KM there, can't do much about it. Gets to try and get the Cupola, doesn't work. And Eddie comes in and takes the kill. 2-1 to RNG. I felt sure that poor old Shiro there had that. I thought, yeah, he's got him. He's got Fabby. Artificial Fabby is going down. But no, an Artificial Fabby manages to come out of the game intact to an extent. Shiro, though, doing 2.1k. So he's probably scratching his head wondering, how on earth did he survive? But some great moves coming in there. I mean, it was a great move from Greek Warrior to come in and block those shots. And that's what you need in tournament teamwork. Share those hit points, boys. Just share them. Swapping the spawn points now here on Mayan. We have RNG on the north spawn, Trick on the south spawn. RNG have read it up first. We have Warrior in the IS-4, Eddie in the IS-4, Lorenz and Tony both in VK-72s. Joining them is Greek Warrior. We have Artificial Fabian in IS-7 and Pyretic in a Sheridan. Moving across to Tricked, we have... sorry. Monk, Norman Bates, Octopussy, all in Strav Ks. Wind of Change in a VK-72, Shiro in an E5, KM, and... oh, hang on a minute. The Real Master is in an AMX, and KM is in an E5, and Monk is now jumping into an AMX as well. And wind of change is you going to stay? Or no, he's going into a Strav K. So there you go. All change. Call it out, then they change it. 2-1 in favour of RNG as we go into game match number 4 here today. You know what? I'm really shocked, but also chuffed that over 25 people are watching. That is awesome for the lower bracket, the lower echelon. Final, to be honest with you. I did not expect that many people, if I'm being honest. 26 now. 27. Woohoo! We're on a roll, baby. Anyway, let's get up to the back. You know, why do I say that every time? You know I'm going to do it. Anyway, let's have a look, see where they're going this time. Well, it looks like the Strav Ks. Octopussy, Norman Bates, Winter Change, heading towards the sea cap. Monk, well, he sort of spawned in the wrong place, and he's got to catch up with those heavies. Shiro leading the charge towards the middle. Piratic this time out on a limb on his own in that Sheridan. He hasn't got the support behind him this time, and he's not going to the sea cap. He's sort of realised, because he's been spotted. Artificial Fabby straight into the B cap. Ballsy move this early in the game, but it could get away with that. Puts himself behind the little broken column. Is it a column if it's not round? Maybe. And the real Master and Monk don't want to sort of do anything yet, and he grabs the B cap. A cap will also be taken. Warrior will get up there, therefore giving the advantage to RNG. They have the advantage at the moment because they capped B very quickly. Shiro, Real Master and Monk, well, they're all on this side. Everybody else is, well, the Stravs are now rotating back because they need to. They took the C cap, and now they've got to come back. And the A cap has been taken by RNG. That was expected, but it's what these Stravs are going to do that we're interested in. RNG at the moment probably isn't in the mind to push. You never know. You never know. Monk and the Real Master just holding. Fabby can't get out of there now. He's got too many guns trained on him. So RNG need to come and try and help him out so he can move out of there. But they don't need to at this moment in time. He's just a perpetual pain in the posterior as he sits there. Do you like that? Perpetual pain in posterior. I like that. Tony is very far forward there in the VK72, just covering that corner, just in case they could push through. KM is looking to try and get shots onto Eddie. He just can't get the gun down. And he's got to be careful of the Lorenzo there. And Pyrotic in that Sheridan. He's just being very sneaky over in the corner. Look at how sneaky he is. He's very sneaky down there. And now here comes the push. Now the Stravs have joined. And they're pushing onto the A-cap. Real Master's going out wide though. But the main body is heading towards the A-cap. And Warrior is there, but he is the only one. And they're not going to, Winter Change will jump in. Norman Bates, oh no, they're just going to push him. Winter Change will stay in there. So this time, however, at the same time, RNG are pushing through the middle. This is a counter push for RNG. They're looking to catch out the Master. And the Real Master is facing down the VKs. But they've got to be careful because those Stravs will come up behind them. Tony's carrying on going. And now the Stravs come up behind them. They do take down Shiro. But the Stravs have now got into play. And so have the AMXs. And that's the danger. That is a danger for them. Lorenzo is now looking worse for wear. Windsor Change will be looking to try and take him down. Oh, he doesn't. He bounces. Then he takes him. And over this side, wow, Real Master and Shiro are down, but Lorenzo, Tony and Warrior all down for RNG. And Greek Warrior now feeling a bit of the pain. He's trying to push down onto Monk there in the MX. He has got it loaded, but KM finishes him off. And this one is going to go to Trick. Poor old Artificial Fabby. Let's stay with him. He was the hero of the hour last time. He managed to survive as long as anybody could. Norman Bates is very, very healthy. And it's not going according to plan. And 1,000 points have reached anyway. And it's all going downhill. So, swings in roundabouts. Roundabouts in swings. Victory to Trick, leveling it back up again. 2 apiece as we go into Winter Malinovka. So that's the quick flyer of Winter Malinovka. We will have Trick on the north spawn, RNG on the south spawn. They're just picking their meta, and we're just waiting for that to happen. Got a bit switching around a bit here for the new map. 2 apiece, so nothing in it at the moment. Can't separate the teams. They both want it. Who's readying up first? I don't know. Trick! Well, Trick readies up first. We have Monk and Norman Bates in TVPs. Interesting. Octopussy in a Strav K. The Real Master in the AMX. Winds of Change in the Strav K. Shiro in KM, both in E5s. Moving on to RNG, we have Warrior in the T95 E6. Eddie in the 60 TP along with Lorenz. Tony into an IS7. Artificial Fabi into a T95. Greek Warrior joining Tony with that IS7, and Pyrotic in a T100 LT. That is the lineups. That is the meta selections. We are now moving into game number 5 and Winter Malinovka. Booyaka. Hit points are in favour of Tricked, actually, not RNG. I was about to say RNG then, and make a complete and utter fool of myself, which I do normally in any event anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But Tricky got those hit point advantage. It's not big. It's about 5. Yeah, it's not even 500. Look, it's lower than that. One shot. One shot is better than no shots, I suppose. But are they going to be able to utilise that slight slither of an advantage? Well, we will see. So the TVP's interested to see where they're going to stick theirs. Looks like they're going to the C cap, and Pyrotic in the T100 is going down. So it looks at the moment that RNG are looking for the down in the basin strat. They're sending the T95s with great gun depression straight through. They've been spotted. The TVP's ready for the B cap. Oh, and that one got absolutely smacked. Monk getting smacked there, but they both jump into the B cap. However, the A cap will be taken. B cap will be taken first by Trick, but the A cap will be taken by RNG. Warrior having to back away now. Shiro's coming around, trying to put some shots into Fabi, and he does. Fabi feels that. Didn't like it, but he felt it. C cap is pretty much wide open. The TVPs wouldn't surprise me, although Monk's coming out of that little tussle. Worse for wear. They will go for the C cap now and try and put a cap advantage on. Thing is, I mean, the T95s, Artificial Fabi and Warrior would like to push up, but Winds of Change, KMX and Octopussy are right there. Tony is coming in with the IS7 to try and help out, along with Greek Warrior. So, kinds of evens it out over this side. Winds of Change feeling a bit of a smacky smack. That came across from Tony, I believe. And now we're just waiting for the pushes, really. RNG, there. Oh, Eddie really getting hurt there. And he's got to be careful. He's very out in the open. The Real Master's able to put some good shots in. Norman Bates from the side. He's in a bit of a crossfire. And that's what happens when you go into a crossfire. You get wrecked. Down he goes. So, ouch. That wasn't part of their game plan. Just losing a big 60 TP like that. They've still got Lorenz in Pyrotic in the T100, but the points are definitely against RNG here. And they don't look like they're in a position to be pushing anywhere just yet. They seem a little bit tentative, if I'm being honest with you. Lorenz has jumped down, and boy, he gets smacked as well. And they've got to be careful, RNG. They can't take their eye off the prize, which is those base points. 775. They're 225 away from they're 200 away from winning. And now comes the push from RNG. They're waiting for the 800. And here they come, looking to push down onto Shiro. And Winds of Change feeling it there. But Norman Bates is going to be looking at Pyrotic over the other side. And they've got to finish these tanks off. Lorenz has got to finish off Winds of Change. He should do. And he does. But they've got to finish them off in the middle as well. 975, 25 points away. They're just taking too long to finish these E5s. And it's going to go to Tricked. Tricked. Wowzers. Bringing it in there. And RNG not going according to RNG's plan, that one. So, to be fair, Trick to be happy with that, the way that turned out. RNG less happy as they go into the next game on Winter Malinovka. So we're swapping the spawn points here. Trick on the south spawn, RNG on the north spawn. It's all about the rub of the green. Yeah, it is a Strav K spam. There is some truth in that, Mr. Matthew. Okie dokie, so we're still getting them readied. Still over a minute to go, so plenty of time. Plenty of time. Who's readying up first? Don't know. Well, let's go through the teams anyway, even though we're waiting for Winds of Change and Eddie. So, Trick dropping the TVPs, this time Monk in an AMX, Norman Bates in a Strav K, Octopussy in a Strav K, the Real Master in an AMX, Winds of Change potentially in a Strav K, Shiro in an E5, KM in a 121B. Moving over to RNG. Warrior in the IS-4, Eddie in the 60TP, Lorette potentially in the 60TP, Lorenz in the IS-4, Tony in the IS-7, Artificial Fabi in a Concept 1B, Greek Warrior in the IS-4, and Pyrotic in the T100LT. Yeah, and Eddie jumping into an IS-7. So last minute changes there, and Greek Warrior into the IS-4 actually. So there you go. At the moment, Tricked have just taken that slight advantage by nailing that last game. RNG have got to dig a bit deeper. They seemed a little bit out of sorts in that last game. They kind of gave Trick the map, and by default the map control, and Trick were able to utilize it to their advantage. Trick now onto a broad front. Strav K is looking down towards the A area along with the E5. Strav K of Octopussy though jumping into the B cap. Well, near the B cap, he does get smacked for his troubles. He thinks secondly about that. The AMX is just holding back in the 1-2-B, moving around. Warrior now he's pushing through. He's going to see that 1-2-1B very, very shortly. And no, he doesn't. He gets spotted by the Strav K, and he does spot the 1-2-1B eventually. Greek Warrior, he's coming in to support along with Artificial Fabi, but KM is looking to try and nip into that C cap. Greek Warrior, well, he's just trying to cover the corner. Pyrotic will go down and take that A cap. He's got cover from Eddie and Lorenzo. Tony and Artificial Fabi just holding back here. Warrior tentatively moving towards that C cap. And in he goes. Monk, that will spur Monk into action, or it should do. Monk should come round and try and get that reset. He's waiting for Master by looks on it. That's what he's waiting for. But no, I was wrong. They let them take the cap. Now they're going to push. Oh, Warrior, I think got tricked into that one. I think that was a bit of a trick by the AMXs. Warrior pushing forward. He has got Tony with him. Greek Warrior is going to join him as well. So here we go. And all of a sudden, Monk is feeling a little bit of a aggro. This kind of escalated quickly. Now Artificial Fabi comes in, but Warrior is losing a lot of HP and Monk is still alive. No, Monk is down. But Warrior's a one-shot, and you can see here Greek Warrior just covering Monk, Warrior. So the warrior covering the warrior, but he gets away. Back over this side. Well, Lorenz is feeling a little bit under the weather here, but Norman Bates will come around and put one into his posterior. Eventually, and just like that, and down he goes. But Monk and Octopussy are both down. 2 tanks, make that 3 tanks. Real Master goes down. So RNG now, they've got the rub of the green. Greek Warrior pushing through, looking for Winds of Change. Winds of Change, down he goes. Norman Bates pushing onto Artificial Fabi in the Concept 1B. And Artificial Fabi gets a shot in. Norman Bates carries on moving. Warrior goes down. Norman Bates swings around, puts one into Artificial Fabi. It's 3 against 4. But the points are in favour of RNG. Norman Bates is desperately chasing down Artificial Fabi. And we're going to leave that. Because over here, Shiro and KM... Well, Tony is trying to get up the back. And KM, down he goes. Down. Big shot into the back of Shiro. Shiro and Greek Warrior. Along with Tony in the IS-7. Norman Bates, down he goes. This is the last man standing. And once again, swings in roundabouts. Swings in roundabouts. This one goes to RNG. Unbelievable. One gets the advantage, then the next one, then the next one. There's just nothing separating them. So this time RNG coming out swinging and leveling it up. 3 apiece. Ba-ba-ba. We now move into Naval Frontier. Okay, that's gone a bit weird. That went a bit weird. Let's try that again. That's what happens when the Stream Deck and OBS don't talk to each other nicely. Anyway, here on Naval Frontier, we have Trick on the North Spawn, RNG on the South Spawn. Trick have readied up. We have Monk in the T100, Norman Bates in the Strav K, Octopussy in a Strav K, the Real Master in the AMX, Winds of Change also in a Strav K, Shiro in a Super Conch, KM in an E5. Moving over to RNG, we have Warrior in the 215B, Eddie in the IS-4, Lorenz in a 60TP, Tony in the AMX, Artificial Fabi in the IS-7, Greek Warrior in the AMX, and Pyretic in a Sheridan. 3 apiece, nothing separates them. They both want to win. Can't blame them. You just wait. You just wait. You've got to wait 3 minutes until you see the colossal effort that just happened with Naval Frontier's flyover. Yeah, 3 minutes. Just give it time. I know what's coming. You don't. Anyway, what's going on with this game? So, Trick looking to take the middle of the map by looks at it. Although Wind of Change might be pushing out wide. They're not going up top, though, onto the balcony. Over this side, well, Monk is trying to get those early spots. And he hasn't got them yet. Eddie has been spotted, so is Pyrotic. The AMX M4s of RNG are going up into the balcony area, though. And all of a sudden, the real Master's been shot. I didn't even see that. I don't even know who got that shot in. Eddie pushing in towards the C cap quite heavily here. Octopussy going up high in that Strav K. Over this side, well, the Master's still on his way up. And it looks like Trick are sort of rotating back through their spawn. Wind of Change is overlooking A. Monk will join him. Norman Bates just holding back. Shiro's up high as well, using the gun depression and the hull and the turret armor. Gets a good shot across, but KM also feels a little bit of pain. Eddie is desperately looking to put shots in, and so is Artificial Fabi. But they're not getting the shots in yet. And they're not able to cap either. So Eddie is desperately trying to cap. Will he get it? No, he won't, because KM comes in and stops it and then resets it. So no cap at the moment. This is good stuff from Trick. And you can see that the Eddie's been whittled down ever so slowly. But at the moment, no one's got a distinct advantage. Not really. I mean, you could argue that Trick have an advantage because they got the advantage on the hit point, but that's about it. And C-Cap is finally taken from by Eddie. Took a lot of hard work, that one. And now it's all about Trick. Trick have stacked their tanks up over this side. So they've turned around and they've stacked up this side. Although Norman Bates and Wind of Change are not looking to push through, not with those AMXs in that corner. That could hurt them. C-Cap is now being taken by Trick. KM is trying to steal it from under the nose of Eddie. A-Cap is also being taken. Monk is over there. Pyrotic and the Sheridan is getting around there, and so is Lorenz. And Lorenz puts a good shot in. Pyrotic also puts a good shot in. Poor old Monk. Oh, that's a good shot as well from the other side of the map. Monk there in the T100LT really felt that. And back over to this side, because this is where some of the action is. Tone is pushed very far forward. Octopus is looking to try and put shots across. Doesn't manage it. And RNG at the moment, they do kind of have the map control. I say kind of. It's not fully in control, to be honest with you. Octopus is trying to work his way around to get side back those rear shots into, but he gets smacked by Artificial Fabby, who saw him trying that move. KM gets smacked, but so does Eddie, and it's just trading at the moment. Octopussy with a sneaky move, but Lorenzo catches him, gets a good shot into Eddie. Norman Bates into Eddie as well, and poor old Eddie is looking worse for wear now. Octopussy will look to finish him off, and he does. Eddie goes down. Lorenz pushing in onto Octopussy, and down he goes. Oh, a tank down a piece. And at the moment, Orange, oh, KM really felt that as Greek Warrior puts one in. Lorenz should finish him off here. Greek Warrior, oh, no. They neither of them able to put him down. Winds of Change trying to work his way around. Over this side, Norman Bates is being rushed. And, Norman Bates and the real Master, both of them being rushed. Warrior there in the... Oh, good shot from Artificial Fabby. Warrior should finish off the real Master. He should, and he does. Norman Bates, however, though, finishes off Tony. And Real Warrior now coming down to give Norman Bates a hard time. He's giving him a hard time. Norman Bates should be able to put one back. But, Warrior does have a good DPM in that FV. We're going to leave that because KM is still very healthy. Artificial Fabby, Greek Warrior looking for Shiro. And, Norman Bates goes down and so does KM. So, it's 2 against 4. Shiro in Greek Warrior, nose to nose, turret to turret. Mantle to mantle. And Monk there in the T100 out. He's trying to come round and help out. Gets a good shot to Artificial Fabby. Shiro pushing back, pushing forward, and it's still 4 against. So down goes Monk. It's now 1 against 4, and here comes Pyrotic and the Sheridan to finish off. And all of a sudden, RNG take the advantage again. 4-3. We are at our first match point in favour of RNG. Good stuff, that. So, 3 to RNG. Match point to RNG. There we go. Will Trick bounce it back, turn it around, push it to that tiebreaker? May do. Time will tell. Swapping the spawn points here on Naval Frontier. RNG on the north spawn, Trick on the south spawn. RNG, well, we're still waiting on Eddie. But we've got Warrior in the M6 Yo, Eddie potentially in the IS-4, Lorenz in a 60TP, Tony in the AMX M4, Artificial Fabby in the IS-7, Greek Warrior in the M4, and Pyrotic in the T100 LT, and Eddie did stay in the IS-4. Moving across to Trick, we have Monk in the Strav K, Norman Bates in the Strav K, Octopussy in a Strav K, the Real Master, along with Windsor change both into AMX M4s, Shiro in an E5, and KM in a 121B. That's the lineup, that's the meta selection. This is match point in favour of RNG. However, the way this tournament's gone so far, it could go this way, it could go that way, it could go this way again. Who knows? We will know in about half a minute. Specky Jones playing for the RNG. Jonas playing for RNG upcoming team. No idea, mate. No idea. Oh, I did have 40 viewers. Now I'm back down to 29. Shame on you people for running away. I've just seen that comment. I'm happy to see Tony playing his first ever grand final in the top 32. Harsh, but fair. So, this is match point RNG. Yeah, 60 doing the 60 thing. Yeah, it's always the way, Matthew.
Let's go.
Ta-da. So, will Trick be able to pull it back? At the moment, we've got Winds of Change along with KM making a beeline to that B cap. This time, the Strab's going up high with Shiro overlooking the C cap. Pyrotic in the T100 is the only one going up high. Oh, lots of spots going in as they cross the AMXs and the IS7s there and the IS4. But, oh, Eddie gets a bit of a smack. Going into that corner. I haven't seen that strat for a while. Last time I saw that strat is when I was in Zenith. Bloody Sam made me go into that corner because I was the sacrificial lamb. AMX is the Greek warrior, artificial. Fabi in the IS7 jumping in. Eddie saying, no, I don't want to stay there anymore. It's a bit too harsh. And I don't blame you, buddy. It is harsh being put there. It's a terrible strat. It's worse from this side, to be honest. And I was put on both sides. Why? Because I'm a nab player. Anyway, B-cap will be taken by Eddie, but I'm expecting a big push here from Trick. Oh, Warrior gets smacked. Warrior's playing the two-shot in the O, as Monk just found out. B-cap has been taken. A-cap has been taken. RNG, therefore, do have, at the moment, the advantage. Monk losing a lot of hit points again. AMX is just overlooking. It's all about bases at the moment. Norman Bates comes round, but Lorenzo is there to cover. He gets some good shots into Warrior, but Norman Bates does feel a little bit of pain in that little Strav K. Lorenzo will be looking to try and put another shot into him. Norman Bates gets into cover, and at the moment, well, Trick are just biding their time. They don't want to rush too quickly because they could get wrecked. Eddie is tempting, but they're not that tempting. Not many low hit point targets out there. Well, we've got Monk for a Trick and Warrior for RNG. Now Eddie is going to try and make a bolt out of that B-cap area, and he's going to get away with it by looks on it. And he does get away with it. He got away with that. Trick here, Shiro not able to get the gun down. Artificial Fabi feeling a little bit of pain there from the Master. Shiro is looking to push on to Eddie. Oh, good shot from KM. That really was necessary. Eddie here just side scraping off the corner. Shiro is looking to put one in the bottom plate. He doesn't manage it. Then he does because he didn't pull the trigger. Now Windsor Change is going to come in to help. Is he going to be able to take out Eddie? No, Eddie's still alive. Shiro should take him, and he does, but Octopussy has gone down. And now Norman Bates is in trouble. Norman Bates could be in trouble here. Good shot from Pyrotic. And now Lorenzo will push round onto him. And poor old Norman Bates could be feeling a 60 TP tungsten shalom to his front. Oh, it's a bounce. It's a bouncy bounce. Oh, Greek Warrior, you dropped down. I don't know if you wanted to do that as the real Master's coming in to sort of try and help out here. And Norman Bates is also coming in to help out. Norman Bates does get hit by Pyrotic. They have lost Norman Bates, but he does manage to take out... oh, here comes Lorenzo, and it's all over anyway. RNG get it on the points. On the points, I tell you. look like Trick were about to make a bit of a push and a bit of a comeback, but no, it wasn't to be. RNG spoiling the evening. So, congratulations to RNG. They happen to be the champions of the top 32. Yay! Trick, well, they came second. That makes them the champions of the top 33. Yay! So, now, well done for both teams. Really, really good fun. That's the lower echelon grand final. There's still streams going on, probably. I don't know. Probably the... oh, hang on. Oh, no, it's finished. I think it's finished. Challengers Tour. Looks like it was Noxu who won. Noxu won. Noxu, 5-2 against who? 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 Them. So, yeah. Congratulations to Noxu. You are top in the top 16. And congratulations to who? You are top in the top 17. Woohoo! So, that's how that works. Kind of. Anyway, that's it for this evening, guys. No more tournaments. No. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. I'm now going to jump out of this and go and have a break. And what time is it? In about 10 minutes, I will come back on again. But not on YouTube, because I've just streamed on YouTube. I will now jump onto Twitch, and I will be streaming on Twitch. I'll be playing games, probably count-ins on Mad Games. So if you want to jump in and have some fun, then feel free to do so. Until then, I've been Fujit. You've been fantastic. See you later, everybody. Bye for now.